David Menzies, let's get into the news of the day. Was yesterday Nakba Day? Was it?
Sorry, was
What,
yesterday?
what Nakba Day? The catastrophe, as
Oh,
the Palestinians say. I think that's why they were all up and at 'em yesterday, protesting in the streets,
oh, that's not to be
including,
confused with the Day of Rage. I know that was in April.
right, no. I think every day is a day of rage for these folks, and they just make it official a couple times a year. Nakba Day, um, relating to the founding of the State of Israel. The other side calls it a catastrophe.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they were out and about protesting on a weeknight, when normally they're, I guess, at home playing video games.
As if they need another reason. But Sheila, yeah, I woke up this morning to see a X posting by our friend Leviathan. He always puts fantastic stuff on X, and it's entitled "A Tale of Two-Tier Policing." And it's specifically, won't you, don't, what do you know? Badge number 7724, aka Toronto Police Service Officer Chang. Chang was laying down the law not against the Hamashols who were actually assaulting people with smoke, including a pregnant woman. And he's kind of like, when it's them, it's a he's like a professional wrestling referee, folks. You know, when they're dealing with the bad guy, hey, Crusher, I've warned you 9 times not to use that foreign object. If you do it again, I'm going to
Right.
warn you a 10th time. Anyways, let's just play a little of this video and see Mr. Chang in action, and then we're going to contrast it with what happened when Efren and I were last year covering the 6-month anniversary of the October 7th massacre. And you want to see a dichotomy in policing? Buckle up, folks. Let's check out Chang's recent so-called version of law enforcement versus what he did to me last April.
No, hold on, no. You gotta say this to make it official. So you continue to do this. You shall be arrested for mischief. For property and enjoyment of property. Right? Doing that, you know what you're doing. Hold on, there you go. You've been warned. There you go. 7750. I got it. Don't worry. Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, so Sheila, there's Chang. The person is creating mischief. He's making it unbearable for those patio users to enjoy their dinners. And he says, you have been warned. You are creating mischief, but doesn't arrest them for mischief. Now, before you weigh in, Sheila, let's see Chang last April in 2024, how he reacted to us in the public square practicing journalism. Check it out.
They can chant genocide in the street, and I can't cover that. Obey your oath, officer. Obey your oath. Will you listen? If I'm on the other arrest, get your hands off. Okay, then I will take you. Put your phone down. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for refusing to leave. Okay? Refusing to leave the wagon, Mr. Man. Goodbye. Efren, are you catching this?
Yeah.
Once again, you can have people chant genocide in the streets of our democracy. You're under arrest for refusing to leave premises, okay, Mr. It's a public place. This is literally the public square. This is literally... I've asked you numerous times. I try to be as nice as possible. Right? I don't have past authority, okay? You can have... They assaulted me and you did nothing. They assaulted me and you did nothing.
So, Sheila, very quickly, before you weigh in, the backstory, and I welcome our viewers to go to the original video. That was the 6-month anniversary vigil of the massacre from October 7th, 2023. There were more than 2,000 people at Nathan Phillips Square, quite literally the town square. The vigil was being led by Pierre Poilievre. And of course, the Hamasos, they never miss an opportunity to be reprobates. A small gaggle of them showed up to chant genocide. Can you imagine that, folks? During a 6-month anniversary of the single worst massacre of Jews post-Holocaust. They assaulted Efren and I. One of the guys shoved a 2x4 into my Adam's apple. I saw the police approaching. I said, oh, good. They saw that these jerks have crossed the line. Oh, careful what you wish for, folks, because Hamas is basically running the Toronto Police Service. Chief Demkiw is all in. And I was arrested, and what was the charge? Trespassing. You heard that.
In a public place.
On the public square where you're supposed to be demonstrating, where you're supposed to be protesting. The one person out of almost 3,000 people there that day, me, gets arrested for trespassing. Sheila, this is egregious and outrageous. Completely. And I think this police chief, Demkiw, he has to resign in shame, quite frankly.
Yeah, but he won't.
No.
Look at the mayhem in Toronto. Yeah, yesterday was Nakba Day, which is what the United Nations claims is a day of commemoration for Palestinians. It's observed on May 15th every single year. It was the 75th year. The reason it's a catastrophe is because the UN claims that 5.3 million Palestinian refugees are displaced 75 years later, 3.5 generations later. You're not a refugee at this point. You're just living. Like you're a resident. But the police, obviously, they know who the bad guys are, and it's the journalists who report on this stuff. Demkiw should have been fired, resigned a long time ago. If you had a decent mayor, she would be calling on the police chief to resign. This is outrageous that this continues to go on. If you had a decent premier, he'd be calling for the resignation of the police chief in Toronto for losing control of the streets every single week, and again yesterday. I mean, if you know these people are in the streets marching every weekend, you must have known that they would be like this on the 15th. But this is Demkiw's Toronto.
Yeah, and Sheila, what they chant, because we've covered many of these demonstrations, they actually openly chant for genocide, which is against the criminal code. They display swastikas. They have people showing up cosplaying as Sinwar, the mastermind of the October 7th massacre. And the rank and file officers, nothing to see here. I think they're being directed from above. And the hate crimes unit, well, there's some nuance, in the criminal code. They might be chanting for genocide and personal harm, but there's a little bit of nuance. But if you're a peaceful counter-demonstrator or a member of the independent media, you are the problem because you're further inciting these haters, and we will throw the book at you. This is a disgrace.
Yeah, and pardon me if I don't believe that this is about just Israel, because these guys go and they protest in front of Jewish-owned businesses that have nothing to do with Israel. It's just regular old, centuries-old Jew hate, and Toronto police stand by while there are chances to genocide, and they arrest the journalists. We've got another clip here. This one is from Dahlia Kurtz. I can't believe how this makes Toronto look on the international stage, but a bus of tourists who already, I don't know why you'd go to Toronto on a tour, but people are. And it's coming to Canada is an expensive proposition. We are an expensive place. Flights here are expensive. We're a vast place to travel around. Tourists show up to exit this bus, and they get met by this Hamas hate fest. I'm embarrassed for Torontonians that this happened.
Stop killing our people! Stop killing our people!
This is horrible. I'm so embarrassed for Toronto.
Well, Sheila, look on the bright side. They're walking towards Nathan Phillips Square. At least the cops didn't arrest the tourists for trespassing.
Right. Right. I guess there's an upside.
Let's face it, Canada's economy isn't heading in the right direction. Inflation's eating away your savings, and government debt is out of control. No politician is going to fix that overnight. With Guildhall Wealth, you can hold real physical gold and silver inside your RRSP. It's a time-tested way to protect your retirement and take back control of your wealth. Call 1-877-8-SILVER or visit guildhallwealth.com/rebel to request your free investor kit. And hey, make sure to mention Rebel News.